Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving deep into the novel The House of Several Waters. Now this is a story that kicks off with a mystery about a single house, but believe me, it quickly blossoms into this incredible exploration of memory, identity, and what it even means to be connected to the past.
So, the story opens with this line. It's pretty haunting, right? And your first thought is probably, what a beautiful metaphor. But nope, the protagonist, David, immediately tells us, this is not metaphor. I mean it precisely. So right from page 1, we know we're not just dealing with poetry here. This is a literal truth he has to figure out.
And that leads to the book's central, mind-bending question. What if your memories aren't just yours? What if they're part of something ancient, something collective, that literally flows like water? It's this idea that maybe you aren't a fortress holding your own experiences, but a channel for something much, much older. Okay, let's get into it.
First up, we meet our narrator, David, and the first section of the book is actually called the Inventory of Absences, which pretty much tells you everything. This is a man who is defined not by what he has, but by what he's lost. A house, a sister, and as you're about to see, even a single solid name.
Yeah, look at this. This isn't just a list of nicknames. It's like a map to his fractured self. Each name belongs to a different person, a different piece of a history that he's been told to keep hidden. And that last one, the boy with no name, his father thought that by not naming him, he'd be free. But really, it just forced David to invent himself every single day.
And his obsession with this one house has followed him his whole life, which we see in these 4 key moments. It's like this force of gravity, this piece of his past that keeps pulling him back. But that last line, the 4th time is still happening. Whoa, that just yanks us right into the present. This isn't about history anymore. This is happening right now.
So after 17 long years of silence, something happens that just shatters David's life. A mysterious message shows up. And this is that classic call to adventure you read about. It's the thing that finally kicks him out the door and sends him on a journey, not just across the globe, but deep into his own past.
And this is no ordinary letter. It's from his sister, Miri, the one who disappeared years ago. She was the one who dove headfirst into this world of ancestral voices and memories held in water, a world that David thought was just plain crazy. He ran away from all that. So this letter, it's a bridge back to a past and a sister he was sure he'd lost for good.
And just listen to the way it's phrased. It doesn't say, I'm asking for you. It says the fountain is asking for you. It's not an invitation, it's a summons. You can just feel that something ancient and powerful is calling him home. And this time, he's finally going to answer.
So he answers the call. David flies to Lisbon. And after an entire lifetime of just watching from the street, he finally walks through the gate of that house. He steps into the garden he has only ever heard about in his mother's stories, a place he's only ever been to in his dreams. And this right here, this is the moment everything pivots. He's in the garden, he sees the fountain, he puts his hands in the water, and suddenly a voice. Not from outside, but from inside his own head. And all it says is, let go. This is where the story just takes a hard left turn, from a family mystery into something deeply, deeply mystical. Touching water now means touching the past itself.
And that voice? It's Miri's, or at least what's become of her. And she gives him the #1 rule for this new reality. You are not a container, you are a channel. Think about that. He can't try to hold on to this flood of memory. It would literally break him. He has to stop being David and just let it all flow through him.
Okay, so this brings us right to the heart of the novel. The big idea. What does it actually mean when this book says that water can hold memory?
Well, the book pretty much asks us to put our scientific hats to one side for a minute. We know water is H2O, a substance, but the novel suggests another way of seeing it. What if water is a living archive? A substance that has consciousness and remembers everything it has ever come into contact with.
See, the book's definition of memory isn't data stored in your brain. It's what happens when things touch and change each other. So if you accept that, and then you think about the fact that water has touched, well, everything, it's flowed through every person, every plant, every rock, the implication is just staggering. It means water is the planet's collective memory.
One of the ancestral voices he hears says this, and it just perfectly sums up the consequence of this whole idea. If we're all connected by this water, if we all carry its memories, then our modern idea of being an isolated, separate person, it's completely an illusion. or all just currents in the same ocean?
Now, David's big moment in the garden, that wasn't a one-off event. He learns pretty quickly that it's part of something much, much bigger, a global phenomenon. The story zooms out from this one guy's personal quest to a gathering of scattered people all over the world, all feeling the same pull.
We start to hear from these other people, like this woman in New Mexico. Her family practices these crypto-Jewish traditions, and they don't even know why anymore. She has no idea who David is, but at the exact moment he touches that fountain, an ocean away, she feels it, a current. She says she felt like someone had opened a door.
Then we hear from another voice, this time in Sao Paulo, Brazil. He's descended from two different exiled peoples, hidden Jews and enslaved Africans. And he realizes that all these different histories of being scattered, of hiding, of surviving, they're not separate stories. They're all just threads in one giant web. And the one thing connecting them all is the same water, the same memory.
And that's when the ultimate mission becomes clear. The work, as they call it, isn't just about one family's history anymore. It's about finding the others who carry the water, even if they don't know it. It's about reminding them what they are and weaving that global web of memory back together, especially in a world that seems to be built on forgetting. And so the novel ends by turning that huge central question back on us, the readers. It leaves you with this one last, pretty provocative thought. What memories does the water carry in you? It makes you stop and think about your own life, your own family, what untold histories might be flowing just under the surface, just waiting for you to listen.